Hi, everybody. Long time no see. I know I've been a little quiet lately, but I'm here to provide y'all with some updates about the rest of 2024 and what it looks like for So Magical. So I know I'm getting quite a few emails and messages, and this is why I wanted to just do a recorded one to be able to send out to y'all. Everything that will be in this video will also be put into an email format and sent out to our guests and our vendors and our teachers so that everybody has all the information in multiple places. And yes, so let's get started. So in the next few days, actually, I'll be hopping on our next cruise, which is Alaska, So Magical at Sea. I'm very excited. It's very scary because it's the first time I'm doing a cruise that's not in my backyard. So all of the equipment has been shipped off, it's on its way. I'm really excited to join. It's going to be a small group of individuals who are going to be on this ship with us, but it's going to be really fun. And we've got two great teachers. We have Emma from Studio 77 and Jess from So Many Creations who will be teaching. And myself and Kathy Northrop will also be teaching some fun things as well. And I'm really looking forward to it. So Magical at Sea for Alaska is underway, and this will be the only cruise that we do have this year. As of right now, I don't plan on having another cruise this year. There are plans for at least one cruise next year, most likely back on the East Coast again, just because it's a lot less anxiety ridden. But also, I think it's Florida has so many amazing ports that we can go out of and lots of different beautiful locations. So that's kind of what we got for cruises right now. For So Magical Expo Tennessee and our Nashville location at Gaylord Opryland for this year, I've got some updates on dates. I know some folks are looking for information and more updates. So I promise my goal this month is to get back on the social media train, to be better about it and all these things. So by end of the month, end of June, I plan on having all the meetups and exchanges, the rules and everything in the sign up form to be open by the end of June. Again, keep in mind, I am leaving here in a few days and I'll be gone for at least 8 nights for this cruise. It is a 7 night cruise, plus we have to fly out to Seattle. So that kind of takes up half my month. And for those of y'all who don't know, I did go back to my corporate job. So I am working 50, not 50, 40 plus hours a week for that job on top of doing this solo. So just kind of give y'all an idea why maybe my emails aren't as fast for me to get to, or why sometimes I'm not posting on social media during the day because I'm working all the jobs. Anyway, back to Tennessee. So meetups and exchanges coming up soon, I promise. Got the the poll up on the Facebook group. So if anybody wants to go update their requests for certain exchanges or whatnot, I'll be putting that up. Machine rentals will be available to reserve, and we're going to actually have a deposit base this time to be able to help track that and maintain that a little bit better. We're going to have machine rentals available by early July. So after the 4th of July week, expected to be around that time. I will again post that and email it out when that's ready. For my teachers who are looking for the teacher rosters, and for folks who are looking for their emails from teachers, my goal is I'll be working on the cruise ship. So my goal is to wrap up getting the teachers all their rosters and everything by the end of this month as well. So start expecting some emails from teachers probably this month, next month, early August. If some teachers like to have different options for you to select fabric types, or if it's a clothing based class, to get your measurements. So when you see those emails from the teachers, make sure you respond to them as quickly as you can so that they can get that information. And let's see, sponsorships and welcome bags. I will be sending out an email this month to all my vendors, my teachers, previous sponsors, but this will also become a public post as well. You don't have to be a teacher or a vendor to be a sponsor for So Magical. Right now, we're talking to a really fun machine company about being a big sponsor for us. We're talking to Smart Art, who is a not-for-profit uh, thrift store for crafting supplies that's down the street from Gaylord Opryland, about being a sponsor. But we also have tons of opportunities. We have the laser tumblers that go in the VIP bags. We have welcome bag items, which means you can put something as little as a sticker from your company in there to promote yourself. And again, while I love that we get all the sewing and crafting things, if you think it's sewing and crafting adjacent and you think it would be helpful, please provide it. We've had somebody who was a financial accountant provide little notebooks and pens one time, and her specialty was actually an accountant for small businesses. So while it's not sewing and crafting business, it is helpful to those, if that makes sense. So just keep that in mind. There's lots of opportunities. If we don't get a sponsor for our coffee station, we will not have a coffee station at So Magical Tennessee this year. Um, and yeah, so the list of our opportunities for sponsorships will be coming out this month. But also, I'm always open to ideas. If you have an idea, if you want to sponsor a happy hour, you want to sponsor a portion of the welcome party that's on Thursday night, whatever it may be, feel free to send an email. Send it to support at somagicalexpo.com. Just put sponsorship in the title or the subject line so I know that's what it's for. The Speaking of parties, our Saturday night party, by the end of July, we will have more information on what the theme is and all that, because I know y'all love to come prepared, dressed up, ready to party and to have a really fun time and to really enjoy the just kicking back and bringing your partners, your spouses, your friends, whoever's not taking classes with you but wants to participate with that. We welcome everybody. It's a blast. I love doing the Saturday night parties. Salty So's has been the sponsor of that for years now. So we're going to work on getting all that info by the end of July. Also, by the end of July, we will have the volunteer notices. So if you filled out the application on our website, it's under About Us, and in that section, it's in Get Involved. There's a tab for volunteers. I've got quite a few already, but the more the merrier. I would love for a few more. And we put y'all in shifts so that way you can go on a time when you're not in a class or there's not a presentation or something that you're doing, and you have some free time and you want to help out. You want to help organize the D-Stash bathroom. You want to cover one of my employees while they go take a quick lunch break. We have lots of opportunities. So those notices will go out towards the end of July. I'm going to be better about it. I know in the past I've been terrible and send it out like a week or two in advance. I'm going to try to be a month ahead this time and get that information out to y'all. So that way you can kind of accommodate a little bit better. Also, you must book your room at Gaylord Opryland by the end of July. We do have a 1 month cutoff prior to the event. So whatever the first day of the event is, go 1 month back. That is when you have to have your room booked by. Sometimes I get them to allow us to add people afterwards, but unfortunately, as of right now, they're kind of being strict about it. So please get those rooms booked. You can cancel leading up to the event. I believe it's 3 days in advance. You can cancel with no penalty. Double check the website. The link for that is again up on the website under the So Magical Expo Tennessee section. You can see all that there, and the link to book, what the discounted rates are, the perks of that, and so on and so forth. So highly suggest staying on site. While it is a little expensive, it's a lot cheaper than what it is to normally stay there. Gaylord Opryland is a massive, beautiful hotel, and I'll end my spiel there. I'll end my plug there. So that's kind of all the updates that I have about So Magical Expo Tennessee and kind of the dates that are coming up for that. So if you have any more questions about Tennessee, please drop them down where you're watching this and I will try to answer those. Okay, for So Magical Expo Florida. This is a hard one for me. Um, we've run into quite a few conflicts with the site. And this is why I have not, the tickets have been closed on the website and why I haven't posted any of the teachers or classes for Florida. Since I'll say late last year ish, maybe. Um, it's been really tough, and we've been working really hard to get the best options available for all of you for So Magical Expo Florida. And this would have been our 6th year at Gaylord Palms. But unfortunately, at this time, we're going to cancel at that specific location. That is not to say we're not going to have a So Magical Expo Florida. And I really wanted to have the full solution of a new date and location and everything before I made this announcement. But I know everybody's getting really antsy with me, and they really want to know about classes and booking rooms. And so it's been really hard um, not being able to like give y'all a perfect solution and answer right now. I'm sorry, I'm going to get emotional about this. So we are looking to reschedule and relocate So Magical Expo Florida. There's no guarantee that that rescheduling will happen in 2024. That's my goal, but it is not 100% set in stone. Um, that's my goal. It may go into early 2025, just to be extremely transparent. And I can't go into details of the issues with the hotel or anything like that. Um, but we will not be going back to Gaylord Palms in the future. I think a lot of y'all might be happy about that. I know many of y'all have asked me to get away from them. And, maybe I should have listened a lot sooner. And I apologize for any of the inconveniences this is going to cause. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to be freaking out and typing in, and this is why I wanted to do this pre-recorded versus live is I have step by step of what's going to happen. And no, I'm not running away with your money. No, I'm not, you know, I'm not one of the events who says they're going to do one thing and then turns around and does something else. I'm going to give you as much of the information as I can give you and be as transparent and honest as possible. And please just know this is really hard because I care about each and every one of you who come to these events. And I do this because I love providing these events for y'all and seeing the joy and excitement you have when you're taking your classes and walking away with all your projects and meeting new friends from across the US and outside. And okay, so I'm going to get off my soapbox. But so we're working on the options to reschedule and relocate. Um, Before, your tickets were non-transferable to other events. Because of the situation, I am going to allow all Florida-based tickets to be transferable. You can transfer them to Tennessee 2024, or you can hold that credit value, that ticket in your account, and at such time that other So Magical events are announced, then you will be able to transfer that value to them. And because I know this is really difficult on many people, I know this year economically is really bad, especially for small businesses. Um, and tying up your money is the worst thing for most people. I'm going to allow that value to be used towards other So Magical events, such as cruises, if we have any retreats, things like that. And please know that this is not So Magical Expo going away forever or anything like that. This is just in this economical environment, things are really tough. And we've just ran into a bad situation with this site. So this is us thinking on our feet and trying to come up with the best solution for all of you. So the tickets will be transferable. If you're a vendor, you put your deposit down for Florida, your deposit will also be transferable. You can put it towards your value of what you owe um, towards Tennessee. So you would essentially be paid off at that point if you were coming to both. If not, again, it can be transferred to a future So Magical Expo as a vendor. I know some folks aren't going to want to do that. They're going to want refunds. So what I do ask is that you wait until I'm able to announce the new Florida date and location and or future So Magical events. And at the time that you see that there's not one that you want to do, then request your refund. Refund requests will go through support at somagicalexpo.com. I do not have a timeline on when the refunds will go out. Again, there's a lot I can't disclose about what's going on with the site. However, it's just going to be difficult for me to provide refunds automatically. We will probably have a timeline of how many months or so it'll take to get to everybody. And of course, as we can, we'll do them one by one. But please understand that again, this is not me trying to take anybody's money. If you feel the need to put in a PayPal refund, you are able to, but please know that please trust me when I say I'm going to send the refunds out. The more that the PayPal refunds come through, the more it negatively affects my business and my standing, and it's going to cause future issues an, on the other side of my business. That being said, if you need to do that for yourself to get that money instantly, I understand. But please know that I'm going to do everything in my power to make this right for everybody. And please know that this relocation and rescheduling was not taken lightly. This was an extremely difficult situation, an extremely difficult um, decision to make. That this is the reason why I've been very quiet, why I've had trouble being able to do lives. Um, I feel terrible because I even had to, for the first time in 40 months, not do a Zoom Patreon. And I apologize to my Patreons, and I hope they know that I'm truly sorry and that we will have another one. Heck, I'll even try to have two in June and July just to make up for it. But um, I wanted to be transparent and let everybody know that a solution will be coming. But as of right now, this is where we stand. So Tennessee is still happening. As of right now, we're moving along with Gaylord Opryland for this year. The likelihood we go back to any Gaylord properties in the future is slim. And if we do, it may only be the Gaylord Opryland. 2025 is in works still. However, I had to get through the hurdles of the curveballs we were thrown for 2024. Um, we're still talking about doing another Enchanting Cosplay getaway next year, at least one cruise. Magical Ministry Retreat is still in talks and works. And so there's a lot that we still want to do. We know not everybody has money this year to put down for events and to go and do all these things. And I know a lot of the small businesses who are our vendors weren't even able to come back. We had quite a bit of a drop off, and some of them were solely because the businesses went out of business and had to close. So I I'm lost how to end this video, but I wanted to be able to give you an update before I go on the cruise. Please know again, I will be flying out to Seattle to do our So Magical at Sea Alaska here on Saturday. So I will have my computer. I will be working 90% of the time. So please bear with me on emails. Please put your comments down below. Please, I just ask, please be polite. Please, if you have something that is personal to you, please email it. Please don't put it in the comments. Um, I don't want anybody's personal information or anything like that on the comments. But also, if you have something strongly worded to say, I ask that you email it instead of putting it down in the comments. Um, but if you have a question that you feel like many people would want the answer to, please feel free to put it in the comments below. I will also say this email is going to be the best way to contact me. sending me personal messages on Facebook, they don't always go through. And sometimes I like that to be my personal space and be able to talk to friends. But please email support, SUPPORT, at somagicalexpo.com. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out there. Again, I'm so truly sorry to have to move So Magical Expo Florida this year. And I'm excited to see everybody on the cruise. I'm excited to see everybody for Tennessee. And I promise social media will get better, communication will get better, and things can only go up from here. And we'll leave it on that note. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all for your understanding and your patience with me. I hope you have a great day.